After analyzing the material from our Introduction to Education course, we became curious.
We wanted to hear about students' experiences in school with diversity, critical thinking, and Wagner 7 survival skills. We decided to interview a couple students. This is what they said. During your K-12 schooling, did you feel that diversity was embraced in the classroom? If so, how?
I don't think it was like embraced maybe through K through 12, but I think it might have started being embraced when I came to college.
I definitely feel like diversity was embraced. I mean, granted, most of our classrooms are Hispanics and whites.
During school, did you feel that teachers had equal expectations for students, regardless of age, gender, ethnicity, language, and so on?
I don't think they had the same expectation. I think like sometimes when when we were in K through 12, as at least in my experience, we were divided up like depending on whether you were like in tag, which is like a talented and gifted, or you had to be in a higher math class or a lower math class. I think they try to have like a general they try to like treat everyone the same, but I think they don't, because like students have different learning levels and they have to adjust, especially if like they come from like a different background and stuff.
No, that definitely wasn't true. Some people, like with everybody, the capabilities of some students are higher than others, so you expect more from those students.
Did you feel that the methods used by your teachers throughout your schooling were effective in preparing you for post-high school?
The teachers' teaching methods were pretty good because of the fact that I went to a small school and you can have one-on-one sessions compared to other big schools that have like 3,000 students.
I wouldn't say they were super effective just because I had teachers tell me that I wasn't going to graduate high school for no reason. But I think they tried. If I'll just give them the benefit of the doubt, they tried.
I think teachers' methods were appropriate, yes, because their job is to teach you so that you are, very sadly, their job is to teach you so that you can pass tests in order to graduate. As far as I guess you would say on a more administrative level, like the counselors and stuff like that, there are certain things that you have to do that I don't think they fully fulfilled their job duty there. No. I mean, they never talked about taxes or anything, or real life stuff, like the Pythagorean theorem isn't going to help me buy a house or something.
There are 7 main survival skills to be effective in today's workplace.
Do you believe you were introduced to these during your schooling? Do you feel that you are equipped with them today?
So I think that through K through 12, I was not. I don't think it was really any of those skills were actually taught. Maybe a couple of them were kind of just introduced, but never really to the extent to actually fully know the full knowledge and know how to actually put those into a workplace or anything like that. So not K through 12, but right now I think most of them, I think have been more introduced and more. I've been able to kind of use those in different experiences here in the university.
I feel like I'm equipped with most of them, though I'm not very wonderful at number 2, which is collaboration across networks and leading by influence. But I believe I found these other skills during school, but not necessarily during my high school career, but more along the lines of when I was involved with Shemeketa.
In the last couple years, schools have been highly focused on teaching material that will be on state tests.
Do you believe this teaching method will help you pursue your goals after high school?
Honestly, I never passed quizzes. I would always pass them the last time, so I don't know. And I get good grades, so for me, I'm just not good testing.
I just feel like so many people are so focused on, like, you know, let's get these test scores up, you know, this is how we get our funding, we need your test scores, you know. And they forget that, like, after we walk through those doors, we're real people. We have to go out there and create our own life for us, and it just, like, I had an idea of how to do certain things, but I just felt like I was upstream without a paddle.
Yeah, it is helping me. Definitely in math, because I have to learn a certain way. I guess math to be able to like understand it, and the way like we're learning math now is helping me understand it way more than I've ever been able to understand it. But with like certain things you can't. Like reading, we have to like sit there and just do the same thing every time for the OAKS test, for those like 2-3 weeks, and definitely the writing test. Like I want to like be able to like learn more punctuation and grammar, because that's my downfalls. But we can't. We have to like sit there and.
Imagine you're back in your high school classroom. What methods would you have liked your teacher to use to enhance your learning experience as well as others?
I think that the best way for teachers to get kids excited about learning is to do it in a very creative way that works best as a whole group.
Better communication skills, because you're more one-on-one with the teacher, so like you gain confidence when you're talking to them.
I think more hands-on, because you know your brain can only absorb so much. If you have like 5 chapters to read, you know, how much are you going to remember of that? I think that we test too much. I think we test way too much. I don't think that, you know, it really assesses knowledge, and I think we should do more than just teach what's on the test.
I think one of the methods that would work the best for students is a lot of more like discussion based. I know a lot of the time sometimes like professors or just like teachers in general teach just classes in like their style, so they just kind of stand in front of the class and lecture us for like a couple hours, but they don't really have a lot of like group activities or like discussions where we can actually like tell others about our experiences or different things that have worked for us.
While interviewing a few college, high school, and working students, we were able to get insight into students' educational experiences. Some of our interviewees felt that they were adequately prepared for their lives after high school. Unfortunately, others did not, because they felt that preparation in school was highly focused on the Oregon Assessment of Knowledge Skills, commonly known as the OAKS test, which limits their opportunities to cover material interesting to them as learners, or more important for them as valuable members of society, such as the 7 survival skills. Students wish they would have had more hands-on experiences in classes, which, as we saw, help students retain 75% of material. That is 70 times more than lectures. After gaining valuable insight and reviewing our points of curiosity, we were able to make connections. We clearly realized that students, including ourselves, are not sufficiently prepared for college, entrepreneurialism, or the workforce. Now we can confidently point out methods that as future educators we find important to keep in mind to aid our students towards a bright future where they are well equipped with the knowledge and wisdom they need to be successful.
Ultimately, silence and denial about racism is prevalent in our society. As teachers, we must not lack the courage to present views that differ from mainstream perspectives. When we keep quiet, our role becomes one of maintaining the status quo rather than helping children question social inequality and injustice. We must also incorporate the wealth of diversity into our classrooms by valuing students' cultural backgrounds and including their first language, for they are assets. They bring in funds of knowledge into the community within the classroom. Lastly, our students need more than to pass tests and function to live the life that parents and educators think is best for them. They need to think critically, for all this interference and guidance on the part of adults only produces a generation of robots. After hearing these opinions, what do you think is an effective method to avoid the continuation of robot mass production within our schools?
Do it.
Okay,
After analyzing?
Chiquito.
Yeah, put that in the bloopers. Oh. Alright, go.
Este lado. No, de este lado.
Yeah, I'll do both of you.
Breaking up.